Hello everybody and welcome to Mage the Ascension the Victorian Age here on Dork Tales. I hope you're all doing well today. I am your storyteller Kelly. I use he and him, and I am very excited to be running a game for just these two fine ladies. Literally the least fine ladies in the, well, at least the least ladylike ladies in the group? Maybe? I don't know. We'll find out.
At least for the time. For the time, probably.
For the time. Speaking of time, we need to get started in a minute, but I think we are going to start off with Amy, who is our resident time mage. But before we do that, Amy has been having a little bit of technical problems over the past week, so if for some reason we have to do a pause or something like that, I just want to let everybody know in advance that there might be some shenanigans. Speaking of shenanigans, hey Amy.
Hi, it's me. At least I appear to still be audible, which is great. Pronouns are she, her, or they, them, and I'm playing Chastity, Prudence, Goodwin, the Celestial Chorister / Cult of Ecstasy member. Yeah, we're good. It's good.
We're great. Speaking of great, the great and powerful Jen.
Hello, I'm Jen. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Josephine Carrington, our Order of Hermes, Bani Tharsis. Yay. She also uses she, her pronouns, but only because it was the fashion at the time.
It was the fashion to use she, her. Today I would use mage and magi as my pronouns.
There we go.
Perfect. All right, folks. So we're gonna be starting game in just a minute. Before we do, though, I have to do a little thing like putting my hat on, and I wanted to let you guys know this episode is sponsored by Bookwyrm Games. Now, folks, if you have not been to Bookwyrm Games, you probably should. They have kept the channel on the air for the past 2.5 years. 3 years in March? Is it 3 years? Wow. Time flies when you're rolling dice with Bookwyrm Games, which is what you should be doing. Go to their website, use code DORKTALES to save 15%, and tell them that we sent you. They might send you something special. Or they might just kiss your dice gently and tuck them into the, or the kobolds will tuck them gently into their pouches to send them off to you. The other thing that I need to tell you, though, is that if you have not heard the word, it is that we have our own set of Dork Tales dice that are being created. And they're not just a D20 set. It's not just for Dungeons & Dragons, folks. We are doing D10 sets for games like Mage the Ascension. You can go sign up for that right now by going over to the notification link. The actual backer kit drops on April 21st. And in the meanwhile, go and use the link in the description or over in the chat if you're watching live, and go sign up. We're at like 100+ people right now, and I would love it if we set a record at Bookwyrm. I think we have to break 175 to set a record for them. So please sign up for notifications. It is free. You are going to be getting a module that I have written for Dungeons & Dragons. And if you back the dice, I've been told that I'm writing a mage module for it. And there's so much mage coming if you get some dice, as well as some this game inspired dice, which is everybody's favorite thing. The Hurt the Moors are rolling in, by the way, so I'm just going to quickly grab some dice to represent those. We're going to use blue for Hurt the Moors because I'm grabbing them the easiest, and we're going to use my painted dice to represent that something good happens.
Yes,
Perfect.
Thank you to our other two players who get to spend points on this game, because I might have done that last time. Thank you.
Well, somebody bought you willpower, though, so there's that.
It's true. Yep. I was very happy to see that. Thank you.
All right, so who needs a point of willpower? So 1 point of willpower. Okay, so you can have it. All right, so before we begin, I also just want to let you guys know that because you were dealing with Marauders, I was dealing with your Paradox, and I realized that I got into a bad habit of doing that. So I want to put the power of Paradox back in your hands, and I want to remind you that Chastity, you have 4 points of Paradox, and with your permanent Paradox, Jen, you have 6. Which I am going to just annotate my sheet to say 6 so that I know.
Yes, thank you.
No worries. And then just to give you a sense of how last game went for the other players, Evelyn went from 4 points of Paradox to 3 points of Paradox, and Darcie went from 3 points of Paradox to 10 points of Paradox. In old rules, where you get like 1 point of Paradox for setting the world on fire.
I did end up watching the game, and
it was a good game.
Well for us.
It was a great game.
I'm not saying anything about the game itself. I'm saying that that bodes well for us. Oh no.
Yep. It's going to be absolutely great. I'm looking forward to this. The last thing that I want to say before we begin, folks, is that if you like the other things that we do here, this is not a call to join the Patreon, which you totally could. Look, there's a link right beneath me that tells you where to do it. But we have a brand new game that is starting tomorrow night. I'd love it if you showed up at 7 p.m. Pacific and came and had some fun with us. It's going to be a really weird experiment where we're running the Dragon Delves Wizards of the Coast module, which is 10 different stories in D&D about 10 different types of dragon, more or less. And instead of doing what we normally do with anthologies, where we have somebody run like a different party through each one of the adventures, we are having a singular party run through all 10 adventures with different dungeon masters. So if there's a dungeon master on Dork Tales, odds are really good that if they are available, they are running a game of it. And tomorrow night, our party is running through a game that Robin is running. So come and watch. It's going to be at 7. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see how the series progresses. Besides that, though, I do want to let you know that I love you very much, and everything that's about to happen to the players is probably their fault. All right. So, do we have any questions, comments, or concerns from either of you before we begin? Jen, you ran through all of your experience expenditures with me prior to game.
Yeah, I was just going to ask if you wanted me to say anything for the audience, but we don't have to.
You spent millions of experience points that you'd been hoarding.
Yeah.
And
I spent like 64 experience.
Jeez. Amy, is there any XP you're spending?
No, not presently. I spent experience for chapter 17, and it was all just like additional skills.
All right, cool.
So.
Vice.
The last
9.
time I spent
I
experience
lied. I got
was a year
correspondence
ago.
2 in that one.
Ooh, yeah, correspondence 2.
Yeah.
All right. So
I spent experience a year ago for my seeking, and I haven't spent any since, so that's why.
Is this a seeking I owe you or the seeking we went on?
No, it's a seeking you owe me.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I will knock you into a seeking. Understood.
Well, every time you asked, I told you that I'd spent for a seeking. I spent right after Robin did.
All right. So well, she's finally getting her seeking before next game. Finally, without further ado, I should say, let's go ahead and begin Mage the Ascension, the Victorian Age, Book 3, Chapter 20, The Wizard and the Prophet. Last time that we were here, you all had been traveling through the carriage of the Empress Express. You'd been rushing into the back, moving toward the caboose, trying to reach the... What was it? Was it the other members of your party? Was it... No, the antiquarian, the historian. Perhaps they would know something of what was going on. It was you, the other mages, Henry Sam, Clementine, Marrow Taster, Bran, and, of course, Beckett, Layla Haddad, and Inspector Trott. As you moved through the train cars, you pushed through and found yourself somewhere wholly new. As the door shut behind you, unbidden, slamming shut with an echoing cacophony that split you from the world that you had once been in. The slam of a door that kills all light into the room you've stepped. You found yourselves somewhere new. Both of you found yourselves without each other. Your companions are with you. Josephine, Cuthbert Beckett stands with you, looking confused. And Chastity, Dr. Layla, and Inspector Trott similarly look around, with Clementine, the monster dog, we'll say, looking rather perplexed as well. For you are no longer inside of a train. The sound of the rumbling beneath you has vanished, and instead you find yourself standing on ancient stone It is the color of desert sand. The walls match, and there are painted on them and carved and embossed hieroglyphs and murals, ancient symbols of power and ancient stories unfolded on the walls around you. You are no longer on the Empress Express, but somewhere wholly different. Oh, was Clem not with you? Was Clementine not with you? I thought.
Admittedly, I don't know where Clem was last seen. It's
You know
kind
what,
of been like in the back note of my mind for the last couple sessions.
You know what? I'm just gonna roll. I'm gonna roll. And Clementine is not with you because then I don't have to keep track of her. Okay, so
Yeah, because last thing we dealt with him was like he went on a walk with one of the one of the porter people, baggage hand helper.
Yeah, Rashid.
And I haven't seen him since.
We saw Rashid.
Well, yeah, but not the dog.
It's probably for the best. You don't want to know what happened to the dog. DoesTheDogDie.com. Okay. Okay. Exactly. It's just a hellhound now. All right. And so, we step into our scenes. I think we are going to begin with Chastity. Chastity, you step into what could only be described as an Egyptian pyramid. A temple space. Huge braziers, the size of picnic tables, swing from old iron chains above you. Bright, blazing coals of orange cast heat into the chilly desert night. You feel it both. Your skin feels warmed, but your bones feel cold. Chastity. You take a step through, your two companions looking around in puzzlement. What do you do?
I'm definitely looking behind to see where the others went and if there's a door still.
As you look behind you, you see not a door, but an entryway to this temple structure. It looks out over a set of a dozen flagstone steps that lead down into a billowing desert. It is night outside, and the wind is sweeping whatever tracks had been left there in the sand away. Above, a blood moon casts light down upon the sand, turning it into a golden orange.
Okay. And anything to suggest this might be an illusion?
Besides the sudden change, you're not certain. This definitely doesn't seem normal, and you're welcome to try to focus on an awareness roll.
I would love to do that.
Sure. Give me a perception and awareness roll or a wits and awareness roll. Your call, difficulty 8. As you are kind of focusing, how do you do this? Do you like clutch onto your crucifix, or well, not crucifix, you're not Catholic, but your cross and say a prayer? Do you just kind of feel the vibes?
Yeah, I think so. It's pretty much. So it was, sorry, wits and awareness?
Awareness.
Or... Yes, okay, cool. Remind me what you said the difficulty was.
8.
Okay, how many of those are above 8 and how many of those are 1s? 1 success.
1 success. With your knowledge of correspondence magic, you don't think it was correspondence. You don't think that you were transported. It doesn't feel like you were. And yet, do you still have your mind shield up?
Oh, no, I think not, because remember she got chomped on by a vampire fledgling?
Oh, yes. That's fair.
And fully failed that. Also, I just realized that I've got, like... Did I get healed fully?
I don't know.
I know I got some healing. Oh, yeah, I didn't. I marked it off of my physical sheet. Yeah,
Okay.
I got healed.
So, your mind feels fine? It doesn't feel like something is inside of your mind affecting it, some illusions casting doubts onto your reality, but then again, would it? A good illusion doesn't feel like an illusion. And if this is an illusion, looking around you, you can see that it is the best illusion that you have ever seen. I don't think we're on the Empress Express anymore, Dr. Layla says.
No, I don't think we are either.
What in the bloody hell is going on here? Says Inspector Trott, clutching his pistol to his chest.
Something wholly infernal and evil would be my best guess.
Is this the doing of those creatures? Those monsters? Whatever happened to the porter? And to...
They were not strong enough for something like this, I don't think. They were barely intelligent.
He chuckles and then composes himself, a little bit of wildness in his eyes. None of this makes any sense.
No. Tends not to.
You say that like you've encountered such things before.
This? No, nothing like this.
Then I suppose we have a question to ask ourselves, Dr. Layla says, her voice faltering slightly with nerves. Do we head into the desert, or do we head into the temple?
Since I don't particularly feel like dying from the elements, I say we go inside.
Good, I was hoping you'd say that. Although, Miss Chastity, do you happen to be a fan of astrology?
I'm not particularly.
Pity.
Why?
I was hoping someone could explain why the North Star isn't in the north.
What do you mean?
Well, looking at this temple, this is pre-dynastic Egypt. I could tell simply from the workings and from some of those murals, as well as the telling some stories that I am not terribly aware of. However, what I can see is that the stars above do not match the stars that I was raised with. And I grew up my entire life in Cairo.
Ah.
We're standing under a sky that is thousands of years old.
Really?
Oh yes, stars drift.
So I think Chas is kind of looking a little alarmed at that specifically. And is it gonna go, because there's probably like sand all over the ground or the dirt or...
Oh yes, in the front of the
Okay.
temple? Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna lean down, pick up a handful of it, and is going to start whispering, okay, like, yeah, just like a combination of like a prayer and like a meditative, like, just focusing on it for a couple moments. I would love to use some time magic to
Please.
kind of see if I can get any sense of this.
So what are you trying to use? Like, tell me how you're doing your magic.
Yeah, so she's very much focusing on it with a combination of like, because remember, like when she, you know, did her whole awakening thing, that was very much a religious thing. So this is much prayer. We have a physical thing that she's interacting with. She's got her cross, and she's trying to just, I guess, try and find anything that can place where the sand comes from against her own timeline somehow.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a time roll at a difficulty of 4, we'll say.
Two successes.
2 successes. I love time magic because it means I have to commit to something. So what we're gonna do is boop, boop, boop. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that and we're going to subtract that. Reaching down and running some of the sand through your hands. You are going to feel the weight of ages. It swarms over you, and the angels whisper into your ears the truth of time and the flow of reality. This sand that you are holding, now you were trying to find a pivot point from your current year. So what I am going to do is just go, so we're at that year, ballpark, minus.
Admittedly, a concrete year might not mean much to her.
The sand in your hand is actually a prime number. Or well, no, it's actually not a prime number. It's a very easily divisible number, though. The sand in your hand that you are holding is 5,525 years distant from the time in which you stood just moments before. It runs through your fingers, and the weight of that thought probably makes your arm sag a little bit. And you'll dump the rest out onto the floor. A little bit of math in your head, and with that extra success, we'll put your time as roughly 3629 BC, or BCE, for those watching presently.
And just sort of as a subsequent investigation from that, is there any connecting piece to get back to where we just were? Or does this seem like a one-way trip?
So, here's the thing. As you do that, you are going to see, you're going to feel as well that the sand in your hand simultaneously exists in 2 time periods with that second success. The sand is at once in 3629 BCE, but also roughly 1896. That should not be possible. You are at once in the past and in the present.
But the good news there is that there is a grounding point to link it to. Possibly. Maybe.
Perhaps.
Okay. Well, and she's actually gonna say that to them, sort of. The good news seems to be that it probably isn't a one-way trip. I'm just leaving out all the important details here, I'm sure, for the non-mage folks.
See.
But she's visibly quite tense and, like, probably a little vacant-eyed.
Pardon me, I got it off by 1,000 years. It actually would be 2629. 2629.
You know, she would make that same mistake trying to do math in her head during the situation, so it's fine.
I did the math wrong, folks. I apologize. So only 4,525 years different. Easy mistake.
Yep.
So what you're saying is that whatever arcane conduit brought us here, we are presently in the waste of the hourglass. Lay this as.
Sure. In the sense that we are surrounded by a whole lot of sand, yes.
This pyramid is strange. This building, it doesn't conform to any of my present knowledge. Most of the Old Kingdom would be Sneferu, who did the pyramid design. This is
Roughly,
older.
how
Jossa.
old were those?
The Bent Pyramid was 2600 BC. The Red Pyramid was 2590. The Red Pyramid was the first smooth-sided one. Before then, it was more akin to what you would see in Mayan structures or Indian, which I imagine if we stepped further outside, we would see that this temple was tiered.
I have no idea what those would have looked like, so I will rely on your expertise for that. And
Stacked stones.
Ah.
Imagine a child building a structure like a pyramid, but with blocks, rather than the architectural engineering genius of the ancient workers.
Fascinating.
Quite. You know, there are currently theories that the workers were actually paid and it wasn't merely Jewish slaves who constructed it. I must say that I hope you don't find such ideas sacrilegious. She glances down at your cross. I find the entire thing titillating, to be honest. The idea that it wasn't slavery that built the pyramids, but paid labor, I find invigorating.
I don't have much thought about that, really.
Oh, really? I would have thought that, given the religiosity, you would have...
Just presently, I'm a little distracted.
Yes.
But
sorry, I'm a bit
perhaps...
in a candy store.
Yeah, a candy store that might try and kill us. That's great.
Well, at least we won't be bored.
If only. You know, just to be safe, we should probably try and just fortify ourselves a little bit. And she's gonna pull out some of the alcohol she stashed in her bag. Love to do a mind shield.
Okay,
and I'm
that
gonna
sounds great.
try and apply it to Trot and Layla if they will drink any of the, any of it.
So, if you want to, do you have Mind 4 yet? You do,
Yep.
right?
Oh yeah.
You can easily do this with Mind 4, so why don't you go ahead and give me this roll, and let's go ahead and do this at difficulty 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. Difficulty 6, please.
Cool. Also realizing that I think I spent the last of my willpower last game and have not recovered any, and I don't know.
What's your nature?
Oh no, you said I did because you said my romantic nature.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
Right. That's what happened. Okay, I have a single willpower. We're gonna, and I can do something with mind magic to like recover willpower, right?
Do you have any quintessence?
Ha, not presently.
So you would need a point of willpower to make more willpower.
God damn it.
You basically would be doing loaves and fishes with your willpower. So you could do that first. Oh, and the chat just bought you 2 points of willpower.
Oh, I appreciate that immensely. But yeah, I think if we're going to do that, we're going to do that first. Okay. So willpower. Just to get myself back to full for this sort of situation.
Sounds good. So we're going to do loaves and fishes with willpower. So our Hope's Birth is what it's called. So it's Mind 2, and Prime 2. And what you're going to do is you're going to want each success will be a point of willpower, but you still have to pay into duration because they're temporary willpower points. Almost like temporary hit points in D&D.
All right. Let's see how much I can get. So.
And you just got another one.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, maybe I don't need to do this because that means I'm only down one. You know what? I will do it because I want to get that last one.
It's
Might as well
willpower.
go into this with everything primed and ready to go. But
no, willed. Anyway, all right. Go ahead and give me that a difficulty of 7, please. Yeah, so you're getting +4 total.
Well, I think the 1 just canceled out my 10 and I didn't roll anything else.
Okay. Well,
so
it could be
mind.
Worse.
So do I I had to spend a willpower to do that and that's just gone, or does it just not work?
No. You don't have to spend a point of willpower to do it.
Okay. Well, I tried. Anyway, we're gonna try that mind shield then. You said that was difficulty of 6?
Difficulty of 6.
Okay. And I'm gonna spend a willpower into that.
Sounds good.
Which ends up being 4 successes.
Okay. Okay. You put up your mind shield. Or at least you attempt to. You throw it up around you and your compatriots. And as soon as you do, it's like trying to hold back a river with your bare hands. The effect snaps.
How bad's the migraine it causes?
Oh, pretty dizzying at least. You're going to stumble a little.
Yep. She'll grab her head and kind of just like wince.
And then you're going to hear clapping. Slow. Echoing from inside of the temple.
Who's there?
The moon will turn off, casting the desert behind you into blackness. Come and see, a voice says. It carries on the wind to your ear. Like it is next to you, but you know it's not. I have longed for this conversation.
What?
I have longed for many things. I sensed you. I sensed you the moment I woke. It has been a very long time. It has been a very, very long time indeed. Come. Come to me, and I will explain everything.
She turns to the other two. I think we've been invited in.
Are you hearing voices now? Trot says, his
not?
mustache twitching. I was a bit distracted by the moon vanishing.
Yeah.
And he is going to turn and fire his gun into the darkness. The loud retort echoes as if in an empty room. Something moved in the shadows. Did you not see it?
Nope. I would suggest putting that away. It's rather rude to brandish weapons in someone's home. And she is very, very stiff. Like, she's just, like, wide-eyed.
Said that we were invited in.
Yeah.
Layla will say. Well. Shan't leave a king waiting, shall we? This would be the residence of a king, or perhaps a prophet.
Yeah, let's not, snub such hospitality.
And as you say that and begin to turn, you are going to see in the darkness. Well, make me a perception and alertness roll.
Is it difficulty 6 or
Difficulty 8 because of the darkness.
Ooh, okay. Then that's 2 successes.
You are going to see tall, strange creatures silhouetted in the darkness. They look like men with the arms and heads of serpents. Some of them have serpents replacing their legs, their arms. You see one holding an ancient spear with the mouth of a cobra instead of a hand clutching the staff. I told you.
Come on, let's just go inside.
And as you turn and head into the temple, we're going to fade out on you for a bit. And once again find ourselves with Josephine. Josephine, the temple that you're standing in, the structure, is like new. The paints on the walls are incredibly vibrant. Freshly crushed, freshly mixed shellacs and dyes from rare plants, and the smell of this place is at once a bit sandy, but that intoxicating aroma of fresh construction, that strange headiness that comes from something freshly built. Beckett looks around and pulls his smoky glasses off of his face, revealing a pair of glowing red eyes. I don't like this, you know. But it is interesting. It appears that we are alone, Miss Carrington.
Yes. Wonder where the others have gotten to.
I would speak frankly with you, if I may.
Please. There's no reason. She's gonna gesture at the empty space. There's no reason to hide much now.
Whoever or whatever is doing this, I believe they are if the creatures inside of the train are any implication or indication, I believe that they are one of my kind. There is a particular bloodline of illusionists. They claim their descent from the gods of India. However, I've never seen such, or read of such power, except in some of the greatest elders, where it is only theorized.
Interesting. Looking around, is there anything I can roll to like figure out anything just because I'm like I'm a hermetic and I have a lot of knowledges and stuff.
Please.
Just like whatever I'm looking at. I know what like what the others rolled in like the other game and whatnot, but I don't want to use my meta knowledge.
Absolutely. Why don't you give me an int and so if you're looking at the murals, you could do int and academics, or you could do int and maybe occult for some of it.
Okay.
Int and academics would be more giving you like a setting of place and time and like allow you to understand the hieroglyphs, or at least kind of piece them together. Occult would allow you to draw some like strange vagaries from it. You could also do you could do investigation to try to find if there were any signs of trespass or passage through here.
Okay.
So right now you're kind of in like an antechamber more than anything. You can't see the exit at this point, but you can feel the wind passing through, and you can smell that the air is very dry. You're starting to feel like the inside of your nose crystallize a bit.
Yep. Jen understands that feeling.
You've literally been there where it's like, oh man, this is going to hurt when I have to blow my nose later.
Well, so a bit of TMI, I apologize to the audience, but the air there was so dry, I woke up every day with a bloody nose.
Oh, that's not that bad. We're already talking about vampires.
I mean, yeah, but...
It was just Beckett.
Yeah. There we go. Also at 9 a.m. it was like 40 degrees Celsius, so, fun times. Loved that for me. Anyway. Okay, I'm... And it's just hieroglyphics on anything I see, right? It's not like later scripts?
No, definitely not later scripts at this point.
Okay. Cool. There is a period of time where hieroglyphs and Coptic are in the same time period.
I don't think Coptic is at the same time as this.
Yes, it is.
Is it really?
There is a time period. It's right at the end. It's right when they start switching over to Greek letters and stuff.
Oh, no. So not in this one, though. Because that would have been...
Yeah, it's much later.
Yeah, that's like 500 BCE type of thing.
Yeah.
At the earliest. This is well before that. But cool. Good to know.
Yeah, which is this is what I was looking shit up, because I was like, I have a Nokian. How close is a Nokian to any sort of Egyptian? And it does have some roots in Egyptian, but more Coptic script than hieroglyphs. So, but linguistics, I needed to look. I just wanted to see if there's like any chance I could scope out some part of it, but nope, that's fine. Also, I'm not House Shay, so that's.
I know I would lower the difficulty for that.
Right.
What roll are you making?
I'm trying to think which one. I think I'm going to go for academic. Can I do academics and then can I do a separate occult roll?
Yeah, totally. Especially depending on what you find.
Yeah. I want to figure out like general information and then that's a fail.
That's a fail.
It
So
doesn't even matter what difficulty it is.
All right, perfect.
I have an 8 and a 1.
Oh.
Well, I have an 8 and a 1, so.
And difficulty 10, you botched. So, looking at that, you're like trying to make sense of this, but these hieroglyphs are old. They're newly painted, but they're very old, and they are... You're like... Okay, I know eventually that means bird, but it's not used in a bird context here, and the bird has 3 legs. Why does the bird have 3 legs? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Beckett's going to kind of turn his head and look at it as well and be like, this me... It's just a smash cut of Josephine and Beckett kind of going...
Tilting her head like like confused dogs.
Because he just failed. I got so many ones. If the difficulty was 8, he botched.
Amazing.
I don't think it was, but...
Okay, and then I'm gonna roll occult.
These are no hieroglyphs that I've ever seen. Or at least, if they are, they're not... I would assume
Latin, not Egyptian, so...
Yes, exactly. I would say that these are either older or written by an illiterate.
Fair. I mean, just because they've been carved doesn't mean the person carving them knows what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Or painted.
I think they're both, actually.
What's the difficulty on an occult roll?
Difficulty on a occult roll to kind of look through there? Yeah, give it to me at 8, because you'll have to kind of like pick through it.
Okay, 1 success.
1 success?
Yeah.
Peering through what is on the wall, you are going to see several feats of great occult power. You are going to be able to see that there are murals there that are not just hieroglyphs, kind of a little further into the building. And there, you're going to yawn. Because your coffee hasn't hit you yet.
Does.
Yeah, as one does, as I do a lot. Because it's, oh God, it's 5 o'clock. It's past my bedtime, guys. God. My hip hurts. Looking at the wall, you are going to see that there are some murals kind of expounding on what type of magic had been done. You see a central figure, a glorious pharaoh, including like the pharaohic beard, the wide headdress, all cast in onyx or some other dark stone, lined with dark gold. At one point, you see that he was blessed by the crocodile god. You see grand sacrifices made to the god of the rivers, the crocodile-headed god, who's, with 1 success, whose name escapes you right now, but you remember that Sutek, maybe? That sounds around, maybe Set? Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those. Are they the same?
Sobek?
So you mean Sobek, I think.
Sobek.
The crocodile-headed god.
Yeah.
God of the rivers. Traditionally symbolizing pharaohic power, fertility. I don't know why he's blessing one who is obviously... And then there's another mural that shows this pharaoh emerging from a river of blood that is being fed by hundreds of corpses. I suppose if you can't command a river, making one is sufficient.
that's what a lot of people might do. Yeah.
Through this, you're going to see little traces of ritual trappings. A lot of these murals show like grand rituals in progress. But as you look at them, one success.
If we're talking ritual, I do have points in high ritual. Ooh. If that would give me any more information.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Go make me an intelligence and ritual roll.
I have all the things. I don't have many points in high ritual, but it gives me another roll. I got 1 7 and 1 8.
Okay, 2 successes.
And no ones. So.
Looking at this, you are going to see that these sites and the ritualistic components of the murals, they are being presented in the manner of posters for illusionist shows. These are propagandic, but they're showy. There's just a little too much flash in these murals. The vibe is off. It seems like, looking at this, the person is acting like they're a great sorcerer at the very least. Whether or not they are is something entirely different. But at the very least, the commoners seem to think so.
I'm gonna point out, like, the extra flash to Beckett. This is propaganda, almost.
A bit aggrandizing, yes.
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you hear that?
Hear what? Do I hear anything?
Make me a perception and alertness roll at a difficulty of 6, now that you've been pointed it out.
Nice. 3 successes.
You are going to hear the sound of writhing bodies, writhing scales, headed your direction down the hall. They're coming from the direction that the wind is flowing in, and as your eyes accustomize themselves to the dimness of this inner chamber, you are going to see a mass of writhing cobras. Dozens of them. I think we looked at murals long enough. As much as I would love to stay,
I'm not happy with the guests who are arriving.
Yes, let's get to high ground.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, can I get an initiative roll from you?
Yeah. How did I do that?
D10 plus your... Ooh.
Yeah, as I was moving dice out of the center pile so that I could actually roll properly, I moved 1 die out instead of the other 4 that I had. And I'm like, that's dumb. Do it the other way. Ooh.
Okay.
17.
Ooh, nice. I just need to pull Beckett's stats. It's on the wiki listed 7 Protean 7. Yeah, you can have Protean 7. What are you talking about? Okay, so let's say that he has plus 8 to that. Okay, Beckett has a 26.
Nice.
I rolled a 10. Okay, so we're gonna go.
That's fair. I rolled a 9, so
it was pretty good. So it's gonna.
And I could have re-rolled a 10 if I needed to, but.
Okay, and the snakes do not have a specialization in. Well, they didn't roll a 10, so it doesn't matter. I would assume they'd have a dex specialization in slithering. All right.
Yeah, but I don't think it would apply to initiative.
Oh, that's fair. Oh, but I think that a cobra would have an initiative specialty. Strike first.
maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Either way, the cobras begin swarming in. However, it is Beckett's turn. Beckett is going to say, we need to get to high ground. I can smell something. Follow me. And he is going to turn and take off running.
Fantastic. Is he doing anything else, or is it my turn?
He is going to run further into the temple, doing a full run. What are you doing?
Cool. I'm going to run after him, but as we're doing that, I am going to use Correspondence 1 to do Landscape of the Mind.
Ooh, nice. All right. How do you go about doing that?
I am probably winging it with Enochian and like chanting essentially as I run, because I don't have any of my other stuff. So
nice. All right, let's go ahead and do it at a difficulty of 4. You're a little distracted.
yeah.
I would take a penalty if I was being chased by snakes.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I rolled 3 7s and a 4, so 4 successes.
4 successes. Absolutely fantastic. You are going to have Landscape of the Mind on. You are going to see, running through this, that there are a number of pitfalls and things like that around you, like little loose bricks and things like that. But you are also going to see that directly in Beckett's path, there appears to be some type of sliding stone trap. A hatch that descends into darkness beneath it.
And I catch that with enough time to like warn him.
Sure. Yeah, you can shout something out.
Cool. Watch for the trap.
I wish you were more specific. All right, let's see if he can. Oh, cool. So he is going to take a step forward, and as he does, he is going to say, I wish you could be more specific. And he hits the edge of it. The weight counterbalance is going to cause the trap to begin to swing open, and he's going to say, follow me, and he's going to twist, and he's wearing a long coat and a suit, and you are going to see it twist and shift and compress into an immense hawk-sized raven that is going to not fall in the hole, but is going to spend a bunch of blood to do that, because he's 7th gen, he can do that, and is going to go, or however a raven sounds. Raven.
Quark.
Quark.
They croak more than anything.
Yeah, they really do. They really do. I actually saw some of my first ravens out in the Okanagan recently, because I've only really seen crows and Japanese ravens, which are like the size of turkeys. They're wild in Hokkaido. But I hadn't seen any North American ones. They're big. They were hanging out at Burger King. Yeah. They wanted a prize. Anyway, he turns into this giant raven and is going to take off flying. And as he does so, I am going to spend a Hurt the More to have one of these cobras lash forward and attempt to give you a bitey bite.
Yay, bitey bite. While you're doing that, am I able, or like where he's going, am I able to follow, or do I have to jump over this trap, basically?
You will have to, you can pivot around it.
Okay, cool. I just want to know for when I'm doing things, but go ahead and try and bite me.
I'm going to try and bite you because I'm a cobra, and that's what I do. All right, so an Egyptian cobra would have Dex 4 and would have 7 dice of combat. Okay. However, I will allow you to make a free defensive roll to try to dodge out of the way.
Okay, I would like
because
that,
you
please.
only did do movement last round.
I also cast a spell, so. But...
Yeah. I'll allow it.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm going to spend a something good happens to let you try to dodge. There.
Nice.
Difficulty 6.
Dex and athletics, then?
Dex and athletics, yep.
Cool.
Alternatively, you could do Dex and Brawl or Dex and Melee if you had something to like block its mouth with.
Yeah, I think I'm just working on instinct right now, and that's just to get out of the Get out of the way. Difficulty 6, you said?
Difficulty 6.
3 successes.
3 successes. Ooh. Unfortunately, I am going to nip you.
Okay.
But you killed 3 of my successes, which is important to me. All right, so I have a strength. Oh, cool. I have very little strength. And +1 for my fangs. Okay. You are going to take 2 points of lethal damage as it bites into your leg. And I need you to do me a favor and make me a stamina roll. Difficulty 7.
Two successes.
2 successes. Okay. You are going to take an additional point of lethal damage at the start of your next turn.
Okay.
The cobra is going to bite into your leg, and you're going to feel the venom course through you. You are going to whip around. It's still attached to you. Do you do anything as you are running?
I am going to so has it bit on the inside of my leg or the outside of my leg?
I'm going to say that it kind of bit the side of your shin. Kind of like along the meat of your calf on the outside.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna try and reach down and like hook it by its jaw to try and open it to get it off me.
Sounds good. I'll just say that you can do that because it's busy with that. And then, are you just throwing it to the ground, throwing it in the hole?
I'm just chucking it behind me, I think.
Okay.
Just like full send.
Okay.
Just off it goes.
The snake is going to ass over head? I don't know. The snake is going to snake over there and is going to bounce into the ball of snakes where several other cobra are going to bite it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what
Could
you
be
get.
worse. Okay. Bird Beckett is going to soar forward and is going to yell down at you. Where you can see there is a makeshift ladder. Handholds that have been carved. So not necessarily not like an iron ladder, but you can see that there are like notches carved in for you to climb up into the ceiling.
Like if one were at a climbing gym and you have like those
basically.
type things.
Or where you would be like in ancient Egypt before there were like OSHA compliances.
Yeah.
Right? And you're like,
I love that without knowing that this was going to actually come into play, I took a dexterity specialty in climbing, so I would love to climb, please.
I would love it if you could climb. Go ahead and give me that climb roll. You might want to spend a willpower for wound penalties. Take a lethal at the start of your turn.
Yeah, also that. Let's mark that down. I will spend a willpower for wound penalties. Yeep. And that's Dex and Athletics still?
That's Dex and Athletics.
Difficulty?
Well, here's the deal. So I'm gonna say it's difficulty 7 because it doesn't really have good handholds. But I am going to be kind to you and say that your Daredevil specialty will apply because falling means you fall into a swarming mass of cobras.
I don't have Daredevil.
Oh, do you not have Daredevil? I thought you took Daredevil.
No. No, I have a cat-like balance, though.
Okay. What game do you have Daredevil in? Swore you did in a game.
Maybe.
Well,
at some
maybe?
point.
Okay, well, cat-like balance will apply then.
Yay. That reduces my difficulty by 2.
Cool. So let's go ahead and say that's difficulty of 5.
Cool. Okay.
I was thinking this entire time that you had Daredevil. Now I have to go back and look through everybody's sheets to figure out who has the point. Maybe it was Eliona doesn't have it, does she?
I don't think so. I feel like one of my characters did, but I don't.
Did I have Daredevil in something?
Oh, was it Bex? Like just having Daredevil because
Maybe.
hilarity?
Maybe. Maybe I had it in a game.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, I did have it in Hunter,
I had
actually.
so many 5s.
Ooh.
That's 8 successes.
8 successes. You are going
What's
to...
funny, it only would have been 2 if difficulty was 7. It was all 6s and 5s.
So with your cat-like balance, you're going to be able to hold onto the edge, and much like a cat, you are going to basically just go "Hyo, hyo, hyo," and like climb up, springing forward. You are going to outpace the raven as it is flying upward, and are going to see that there is some type of sandstone hatch above you. You climb up into the roof. The snakes are going to try to climb the walls. Can cobras climb walls? I guess is a question. This is a fun Google.
I don't think according to Indiana Jones when he was stuck with all the snakes, but...
Well, that's fair. Can cobras climb walls? Yes, cobras can climb walls.
Oh, nice.
Well, balls. They have to zigzag.
Take him a minute.
Okay, well, they're gonna be, so you got a couple minutes before, like, they're making their way down, or uptown, I guess, zigging and zagging coming at you, and you can kind of see, you can kind of hear Raven Beckett look down and do the, really? In crow voice. All right, so climbing up, you can see that there is like a stone hatch above you for some type of work that they were likely doing, maybe building in ventilation shafts or traps into this temple. Do you push on it?
Yeah.
Can I get a strength roll from you? Strength and athletics.
Yes, you can. Difficulty of this?
Difficulty of this is going to be 6, but it's very heavy.
Fair. That's 2 successes. I had a bunch of 5s.
Okay, 2 successes. You are going to push against it, and it is going to struggle and grind. And then
if it's not moving enough, can I like fast cast some forces to help me? Like...
Yes, you may. Yes, you may. How do you do that? How do you do it?
I just shout a whole bunch of Latin at it.
Okay, that's what I do when I can't get, like, when I couldn't get my car to work back in the day.
Yeah, it's like a lot of, it's not quite swearing in Latin because I am actually saying like correct phrases. But it is basically swearing in Latin. Got 2 9s on that roll and a 5.
All right, pushing against it, shouting Latin, the forces of your hermetic magic are going to swirl around you, and with a... You are going to slam this to the side and feel the rush of air past you above. There is a horrible noise that assaults your ears as you are at the top of this, dangling from the edge of this ancient carved ladder surface. You are going to hear wind rushing over this hole that you have created. But it is the cool night air above you. And as far as you can tell, there are no snakes up there. Do you go?
Yep. I like where there's no snakes. Am I taking any more lethal, by the way, while...
Yes, you're going to take 1 more lethal from poison, and then you have successfully survived the poison.
Yay.
You are going to climb out.
Yeah.
You climb out and roll down onto the flat surface at the top, staring at the sky. You can see the stars surging by you. The raven lands next to you, looks at your wound, and then looks around as its wings flutter from the motion. It's going to let out a noise of alarm. And as it does, Pardon me one moment. Did it... Sorry, one sec. A background did not actually make it here that was supposed to. So, pardon me 1 minute. That's always fun. There we go. There we go. Perfect. As you open your eyes, the sound of the hissing snakes is going to fade away, and you're going to hear a grind of metal as the raven shoulders a hatch. And it is then that you are going to see that you are not on top of a pyramid, but on top of a train, surging through the darkness. Of a dark and bloody desert. The roof hatch slams shut, and the raven is going to bark at you, or croak at you, and nudge at what looks like a locking mechanism. That's name escapes me. The crank, the wheel.
The wheel, yeah, the wheel crank thing. Yeah.
Someone's gonna tell me in the comments, I'm sure, but like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I will. I would turn the wheel.
And as you turn the wheel, the train is going to shiver. And on its tracks. And you are going to watch the metal exterior of the train shudder, as if a shiver were running down its entire length. You're about a third? No, about halfway down the train. And it's exactly then that you see two things that are of alarm to you and your companion. The first is that the train's engine is going to rise off of the tracks, shake itself, and morph into an immense asp that turns and looks at you. And the other is that in the distance, you can see red begin to creep across the horizon, which is going to alarm your raven almost as much as the giant snake you are now riding on. And I think we're going to take a break at this point.
Seems about right, yeah.
Seems about right. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Yay.
Concern.
You heard of snakes on a train? This snake is the train.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Snakes are
sick
the
of
train.
Snakes are the train. I've had enough of this motherfucking snake being this motherfucking train. See you in a minute. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mage the Ascension the Victorian Age here on Dork Tales. This is the part of the program where I'm going to quickly talk to the chat just to let you know something. And that is, first of all, this episode is sponsored by a different sponsor. They asked to be sponsoring us after the break so that we would not have like the big sponsor block at the beginning. So I just wanted to say a big thank you to our mid-break sponsor, Gamely. Hey, you know what's hard? Dating. Meeting new people, making friends. If only there was a way to do that with, people with your same interests. Well, that's where Gamely comes in. It is a dating app for gamers. It is specifically designed by 3 people, not a tech giant, to help you basically just meet people with similar interests. It's got a ton of additional features over apps like Tinder, Bumble, and all of that. It has automatic photo moderation. It's got tons of gender options. Basically, it's designed so that you can look for friends and player twos, wink wink, in a comfortable manner without having to worry about random dick pics, any type of just vitriol coming across, or any of the stuff that a lot of femme-presenting people and people of the queer populace have to deal with all the time. So if you are looking for someone in your area, local gamers looking to click start on a relationship with you, go check out gamelyapp.com/dorktales. It's really cool. I had a great talk with the owner of it, and while I'm tapped out for relationships at the moment, it might be a good way for you to find somebody in your local area that, I don't know, maybe you'll hit it off, maybe you'll just play some games. But at the very least, it never hurts to make some new friends. Thanks to Gamely for sponsoring this portion of the episode. And let's talk to the players. So players, one of you is on a giant snake. The other is having a little bit of fun. Going and,
It's a good time.
Maybe you're in a giant snake.
I mean, I am a good person to be fighting whatever's happening here. Because fire, but...
Oh no, it's a fire snake. It's immune to fire.
Yay.
Just, maybe you're all inside a giant snake. Just kind of made me think of like the philosopher in the cave sort of idea. Maybe we're all just like I don't know. It's the reality we know. We just aren't aware of what it really is or something.
Maybe we're
I'm mixing
all
up my metaphors, but you know.
Inside of a giant snake. And with that, let's head back into game. Here on Dork Tales. We return to Chastity. Chastity, the sound of flickering flames, consumes all of the ambient noise in this chamber. You press on with Dr. Haddad and Inspector Trott, pushing deeper into the temple. You find that the walls become more and more ornate. They are marked with black stone pathways along the floors, along the walls and ceilings, which are tremendously tall here. Some 60 feet. Gold insets into the walls, and you can see murals. You can see pictographs, hieroglyphs, signs of victory, tales of victory. Dr. Haddad tries not to drool on herself as she walks by them, inspecting them as she goes, muttering to herself under her breath in a mixture of Egyptian and English. Inspector Trott keeps an eye on the back row, his gun pointed out into the darkness. Despite his advanced age, he keeps himself wide and open, one of his arms that is not clenching around the gun, holding wide to partially shield you two ladies, should anything lash out from the darkness. If anything goes wrong, if anything approaches, tell me immediately. Do either of you ladies have any type of defense?
Of a sort. Chas will pull out her riding crop.
Yes, I do as well. But mine is a bit punchier. Dr. Layla will pull out a small revolver. Let us continue then. Can I get a perception and alertness roll from you?
Difficulty
Difficulty of 6, please.
Okay.
You are going to smell something luxurious. You're going to smell wheat, bread, fresh baked. You're going to smell roasted meat. You're going to smell aerated fat that has been basted over a spit on this meat. Herbs, spices, everything succulent that you can imagine. And you smell the fermented bubble of honeyed beer on the air. It's directly ahead of you, just around the bend. What do you do?
Continue in that direction.
In front of you, an immense stone table is built into the ground. Inlaid on its surface are designs carved. The table itself is perhaps basalt, but there are lines of lapis lazuli and onyx intermingling in the patterns, almost as if the stone had been carved and poured in. A deep gold inlay marks its corners, and you can see that there are chairs, ancient and expertly carved thrones. The table is covered with all manner of food on old brass and probably this era tin plates. There are succulent game hens. There is a goat head that has been skinned and, along with the rest of its body, has been roasted. Its tongue lolls out of its skull, cooked to perfection, and wrapped around a length of date and herb that has been kind of almost like a spice pouch that its tongue has been wrapped around while it was cooked inside of its own skull. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I think so.
Please, a voice echoes. Help yourselves. What do you do? Do you approach?
With caution, yes. Sort of eyes glancing around for any other figures and, the person who's talking.
On the other side of the table, you will see there is a tremendous throne carved. And sitting on the throne, looking down over the feast, is the figure of a man. He is not tall. not much taller than Chastity is. His skin is a dark olive, perhaps a middle brown, the color of someone from the Indian subcontinent. His eyes are dark and glitter with a little bit of mischief in the firelight. On his chin, you can see he has one of the ceremonial Pharaohic false beards, a headdress made of gold and black stone. He is wearing a robe the color of blood, his chest exposed beneath it, strong, somewhat scarred, with a masculine tuft of hair and a trail descending into the lower parts of his robe. He is very handsome. Almost unworldly so. I would say probably appearance 7. Like that type of like, he's a statue more than a man. Please, enjoy yourselves. Nothing here is poisoned. Nothing here will harm you.
Can I just any sort of insight, intuition? Like, is he lying? Is he honest?
Please, yeah. Let's do it. Go ahead
How
and
is the
make...
penalty for he's hot?
oh my God, he's hot. Can you go ahead and give me a perception and subterfuge at 6? We'll say 6.
And subterfuge, okay.
I would also allow empathy if you have it.
My subterfuge is better than empathy. I also have intuition, but subterfuge is better than both. That is 2 successes.
You know what? I'm gonna give this to you. You think that he's being honest about the food.
Okay.
As he smiles down and waves his hands, he smiles broadly, a pair of long canines visible inside of that sumptuous mouth. Nothing at the table will hurt you.
Then don't mind if we do. I don't know if I've got like a 1 dot in etiquette. She's trying to be on her best behavior here, but there's probably like a bit of a difference in time period as well as culture.
There are no eating utensils.
Okay, cool. She's gonna do her absolute best to figure this out, and is hoping that the others follow her lead.
Dr. Alayla is going to elbow you in the ribs and is going to kind of give you the look over there at the wall, and you are going to see a mural of this man on the wall. In fact, he has been the figure in red that has been repeating on the walls this entire way.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Trot is going to lean over and sniff one of the cups of beer. It does appear to be beer. Thick. Thank you for your hospitality. It would be rude of me to turn you down. He glances at both of you, nods, and then takes a swig, kind of holding a hand behind his back to say, like, let's see if this kills me first.
Looking at like the seats, because is he at the head of the table, or is this
He is kind of like looking down over it, but yeah, at the head.
Okay. Because if she sits too far away, that's probably a bad thing. if she sits too close, that might be too presumptuous. So she's possibly overthinking this like immensely. But it's, I guess, probably gonna go like closer to him than not.
I have been watching you for quite some time. I am so pleased that we have been able to finally meet.
I am sure that I'm not worthy of such attentions. You flatter me?
I do not flatter you. I merely see what is inside of you. You and I share something. I could see it in your eyes, and I knew it the moment that you touched my sarcophagus. I could feel you there. I have slept so long, and yet... And yet it was you, wasn't it?
I'm not sure what you're referring to, I'm afraid.
Meret. Meret Ta. You look different then. But I can feel your soul. The Mad Ones gave me the ability to see them, after all. And I would recognize you anywhere. Or at least what you carry inside of yourself. Do you not recognize me?
I think she'll like kind of like bow her head kind of thing and like, I'm afraid No, I'm afraid I do not.
So much time has passed. So many things have been lost to the ages. There was once a time where you and I worked together. We nearly cast the serpents out of the lower kingdom. What fun we had. What fun we had. Meret. It should be fitting that you came to awaken me. They killed you. Do you know that? Do you remember?
No, I do not. It seems at least a little something to be thankful for.
Would you like to see? Look, perhaps this will jog your memory. He raises his hand, and as he does, you're going to see that the throne he's standing on is going to just rumble to sand beneath him as he stands up from it. And he waves his hand toward the table, and the food and drink on it is going to shift, and it is going to be a ritual table where a young figure, handsome more than beautiful, androgynous? No, just pretty. For their bone structure, for their size, writhes naked on a table. You can see that the figure is male. and is being held down by several robed, eyeless cultists. A figure with fangs reaches down and plucks with a gaping, sucking sound. The naked figure's heart from their chest, snapping through the bones like it were some type of game bird. These hands press into the wound and pull the heart from it. You watch the ventricles, the arteries, snap like elastic bands. And the figure, the fanged one, with the serpentine eyes you see as it passes you, she wanders over and places the heart in a canopic jar. And you can see that next to it is another jar, and another, and another. And it's at that point that I would say that you would see that the naked figure was male. But only parts of it are still there. Only the phallus itself. The rest has been removed through a similar process. At which point you are going to see as well, looking at this, that Inspector Trott is in the process of eating a date that is going to shift into a pair of testicles in his mouth. And he is going to violently react and stumble back. He waves his hand, the figure, and the table turns back to food. The date, once more, restores itself. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. They massacred you, my friend. But I waited. And I will continue to wait until you agree to return to my side. Your new form is different, not unappealing. May I call you by your new name?
It's my name.
Chastity. What an interesting name. A virtue in your culture now, is it not? Do you hold on to your virginity for ritual reasons, or because the name was ascribed to you? Or have you? I cannot. I have given myself to so many. I am not the jealous sort. You forget my name, of course. Davash. Please. Say my name, Chastity, so that I may hear it from your honeyed lips.
Davos?
I'm giddy. I have awakened to find you in my midst again. Chastity, Marat, we will make the world such a fun place. This time, though, this time I won't let them hurt you. I would strengthen you.
What do you
I
mean?
will give you these again.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
Years ago, before I slept, you were known as Meret. Meret Ta. You were a powerful sorcerer. Friend. A lover. You worshipped the one god, through which all other gods flow. But you learned a secret. The sun is only as powerful as the night allows it to be. Together, you and I worshipped the darkness. We did much. We accomplished great things. And we carved an empire here in the Middle Kingdom. We warred against the children of Set. We warred against those of other bloodlines that sought to recreate the cursed Second City.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You are born again into the body of this woman.
So you say? It's the only life I know.
It doesn't have to be. This time, my blood has thickened, my powers have grown, and if you wish, I can help you. I can aid you. I can bring you closer to whatever god you worship now. Why do you wear that on your throat? Is that a symbol? I've seen the way you clutch it in prayer. The two lines overlapping at the center. What is it? Tell me about this god.
I'm not sure what to tell you.
May I have your permission to ask you?
I think Chas is like looking between Trot and Dr. Layla, like deer in the headlights, like frozen, just like
It is a religion called Christianity. It follows the teachings of a Jew named Jesus of Nazareth, known as Jesus Christ. He was crucified by a group of an empire that came long after yours, known as the Romans, and was His followers believe he returned from the dead and will lead them to salvation. A Jew. You follow one of the travelers. I too am a traveler. I came to these lands from far in the east. The one who made me what I am today. The one who made me what I am today. Now, the one who made me what I am sent me to see the world, to embrace the paradox of unexistence. You know about paradoxes, don't you?
Of a sort.
How old is your man Christ? I'm doubtlessly older. Perhaps you should worship me. I guarantee that I have returned from the dead.
It's not just the returning from the dead. There's more to it.
What more? Do they return? Does he return your loved ones to you?
No, but...
Does he give you powers? I could give you powers. What is it that you want? What would I want? Barrett. Tell me.
Give me salvation.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I have learned much in this time. I have dreamt of dreams undreamable. I've seen much. Things that when I find Zapathasura, I will tell them everything, and I will make the eldest weep with joy. But I would rather have you be joyous, Merat. Chastity. I must admit, I have been a nosy little cuss. I watched you while you slept. I wish to make you an offer. A gift. What is it that you desire most in all of the universe, in all of the world?
I don't know.
I do. I know that I am not a jealous man. I am barely a man anymore at all. Let me give them to you. And he's going to smile and raise a hand. And Trot and Layla are going to shudder and grab the table. And their bodies are going to be racked with a convulsion.
What are you doing?
Giving you what you want. How convenient. Trust me. It's everything you've wanted. It is very convenient that you brought a man and a woman to me. And they are going to convulse and fall to the floor, and when they rise, they're going to look at you with surprise and awe. Because standing there is Amelia and Teddy. Chastity?
What did you do?
I have the power to rewrite reality into anything that I wish it to be. I gave you them back. Chas? Just... Hey, don't cry. It's...
This can't be real. How?
It's me. It's... I don't know. But it's me. I was in the house, and then it was burning, and then I was here? I don't remember anything in the middle. But I feel like me. I feel like me too. Do you want me to check? I kind of know what you feel like. I could give it a...
No, stop that.
Sorry. I just... Hey, I am not a jealous man. You have lovers. You have friends. You can keep them. All I ask is that we do great things together. You feel his presence approaching you. And to do that, you must once more take a sacrament that you once did. Drink deep, my pet. My love, my returned. And share the world with me. And everything that you've ever dreamed can be yours. The smell of blood.
Okay. I'll do it.
You are going to feel a hand on your jaw. And this figure, Darvash, raises your chin, and you can see this elation in his eyes and a bit of blood welling around his eyes. I will make the world bleed with you. And you will have everything you ever wished. And you are going to watch as he bites into his tongue. Blood wells over his lips. And he will lean down to kiss you.
Yeah.
Okay. Amy, do me a favor. You can add a point of quintessence to your sheet.
Great.
You also are going to have Potence 1. Potence 2, actually. And you can temporarily raise your arete by 1.
Oh. Yikes.
The blood is sweeter than anything that you have ever tasted. And you feel the darkness that you have always felt deep inside of your heart blossom. It wants this. That dark, pained feeling within you that has always existed. The one that caused you to burn down your church. That caused you to burn that predatory preacher to his bones. The one that delighted in it. It wants this. And this is the most delicious thing that you have ever tasted. And as the sensuous kiss touches your lips, and you feel the blood pour into your mouth, your kiss deepening and intermingling, there is suddenly going to be a vibration through your jaw. And the kiss is going to break as you hear a clatter on the ground. Darvash turns and looks, and it's that point, as your eyes snap open, that you realize that across the table, someone has hurled the plate with the goat's head directly into the side of Darvash's head, leaving a smear of oil and juice down his robe. The impact of that would have probably caused a human to reel back in pain. But this figure is an inanimate object more than anything. He turns and looks, and on the other side of the table, you're going to see Teddy, his arm outstretched from having thrown a fucking goat head. Hey! Nobody kisses our girl but us. Unless she wants it. And doesn't bait her with blood magic, asshole. Another plate crashes into him as you see Amelia start hurling plates.
Oh, fuck.
He's obviously evil! What are you doing?
Oh, fuck. Question, what can I do with Potence 2?
You have 2 automatic successes on any strength roll.
Cool. Probably isn't going to be super helpful here then. Well, maybe it will be.
Might be.
I've got a temporary Rattray 5 right now.
Yes, you do.
+1. And I have a quintessence. And I've refreshed my willpower. Can I just... He's gonna hurt them.
He is.
So,
you can see his eyes
no.
narrow.
Can I just... smash?
You
just throw
are
everything into a will working of, like, just obliterate?
Yeah.
I have prime 4 with a specialization in destruction.
Yeah, you absolutely can. He is directly in front of you. You could charge it into a blast. You could...
I was thinking just punch him in the face.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do it. It's going to be a 2-part thing. So first of all, you are going to need to strike me. So that is going to be a dex plus brawl roll.
Oh boy, I am not good at that. But he's also not expecting it from her.
He's not expecting it, so I'm not going to give him a reaction to it.
Okay, dex plus brawl. What's my it's contested, isn't it?
It is contested, yes.
Okay. Oh god.
Well, actually, it's not contested because he's not expecting it.
Oh right.
You know the fun thing about this?
Well, I rolled a 3, a 7, and an 8. I only have 3 dice for this.
That's 2 successes. So go ahead, and what we're going to do is roll me your magic at this point. I would love it if you could roll me this at you're just doing like a prime hit. So give me 5 dice at difficulty of 5.
Okay. And I've got. Have I spent the quintessence into this yet?
That will spend the quintessence to do the blast.
Okay. So I'll cross that off.
So difficulty
I'm
5.
Spending a willpower on this. Okay. And what did you say the difficulty? Is
Difficulty
it 6
was
for this?
difficulty 5.
Oh, 4. Difficulty 5.
Yep.
Okay.
And you will take a point of paradox for this.
Of course. But that doesn't matter right now.
It doesn't.
And you said I had 5 dice for this?
5. You have Arete 5. Yep.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay, well, that was not as good as I was hoping it was going to be, but that's 2 successes with the willpower.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that is going to be a blast. You're just punching him. So what I would love is go ahead and roll me your strength plus +1.
And what's the Prudence impact? Do anything to do this?
That is, yeah. It's going to do two automatic levels of damage.
Okay.
So roll me
strength
difficulty
plus 1 being 3 dice.
3 dice, difficulty
Me?
6. Yep.
Okay.
And that was 3 successes for the magic, right?
Oh god.
I believe it
The
was.
last one I just did 2.
2.
But it was 3 for before that, I think.
Okay, sounds good. So tell me how much damage. So 4, 6.
Well, I rolled 3 6s.
Oh. Okay, so that is going to be 9 levels of aggravated damage. Remember that magic is 2 per success. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You did damage to me.
Holy shit. Yeah, I feel like this is like he's like looks away and Chas sees this and is like mouth covered in blood and sees her like Teddy and Amelia and is just like, no, you fucking, don't you fucking dare kind of thought, like eyes widening, and then just bam right in the kisser. Kind
All
of
right.
like.
You smash him, and he is going to reel back. A bit of burn from your impact. Like, do you just do that? Do you like punch him with your cross?
No, she's just bare fist.
Just power of Anne Rice compels you. All right, you smash him, and he reels back, tipping over one of these throne chairs as he stumbles. You see like ash begin to rise from the damage on his cheek as he narrows his eyes and fails his frenzy roll. As he snarls, he is going to let out a roar and is going to grab the table, this ancient stone table, and like lift it to smash all of you. And as he does, I get to do one thing real quick, and that's going to be, because this is where it gets funny, there's going to be a feeling that comes across you. It's a tingle that rises from the base of your spine up as you feel a hand grab you by the back of the shirt, and there is going to be a little. You are going to find yourself lying on the floor of the train car, the hallway. The liminal space fading from your mind, the illusion that you just, the place that you just were, vanishes, and you are going to see you, Amelia, and Teddy standing or lying in a heap on the floor. Teddy's watch, extended in one hand, linked around Amelia's arm and holding on to the back of your shirt. Hey, look! Somebody fixed my watch.
I don't think it's over yet.
No. I don't think anything's done. I missed you. And everything shivers. And Teddy's face clears away. Like fog. Leaving the wrinkled face of William Trott on the floor next to you instead. Amelia looks at you with a saddened brow. Nods and fades back, the illusion broken, as she becomes Layla again. I'm sorry, what in the fucking hell just happened? My apologies, Miss Goodwin. He removes his hand from you. Are you all right? There's blood on you.
Yeah, I know. Just don't... She's gonna climb to her feet and kind of step away from them. Just... Don't touch me right now.
Yes, of course.
We
if
have
it
to...
is... Yes, we must keep going. To the back. To find the doctors, Heinrich and... Yes.
You know, I don't care who they are at this point. I really, really just want to kill that guy.
For what it's worth. Whatever just happened, the man that... He loved you very much.
Yeah, well. It doesn't matter right now. Come on. Let's go kill this fucker.
And you push through the train cars. And I think that's where we're going to swap back to Jen. Jen, we are on top of a train, soaring in to the glowing horizon. And I think it's about time that we get a little bit of chase music going. The train is going to surge along the tracks and then break free of them as the front of the train becomes a writhing serpent. It looks back at you and hisses and then pushes forward, propelling itself into the horizon where you see a glowing ball of fire begin to mount the distance. The raven next to you widens its eyes in shock and begins trying to fly backwards, but the speed of this snake is such that Beckett is going to go ass over tail feathers onto the top and is going to scrabble and then shift back into his form, his human form. It's too windy up here. There's no way that I'm going to be able to fly.
Get out of here if you need to.
I like you a lot, Miss Carrington, but I'm not willing to give an eternity up for you. That said, can you both make me a perception and alertness roll?
Difficulty 6?
Difficulty of 6, because you're facing backwards at this point from where he landed and had to scrabble.
Man, I wish I had 4 dots in one of these and a specialty that applied, because I just rolled 3 10s. That's
Perfect.
5 successes.
You are going to see the entire train shiver and become serpentine. Everything beneath you is a mix of serpent scale and machinery. Except, looking backwards, you two are both at once going to clock that the shivering serpent scaleization of the train stops at the steerage car. It is normal, and you can see that there is a break, almost as if the last 2 cars of this train are attached to a snake's ass, which are wobbling back and forth as the snake continues toward the sun. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I need you out of character to tell me what this means, because
So
I'm
basically,
I'm not
no, totally.
picturing it.
This is surreal as fuck. So
Yeah.
basically, you are on top. Okay, so picture that the train is a snake now. You are
Yeah.
kind of midway down the snake.
Yeah.
The last 2 cars of the train refuse to turn into a snake. There is like a localized reality there that is keeping it as a train, which means you could get off the snake and go inside of one of the cars there if you make it to the back train, meaning you have to
Right.
cross 1, 2, 3, 4 more cars to get there. If you, pardon me, 3 more cars from where you are right now. So if you make it across 3 cars, you can basically jump down, open a door, and it's, you know, like when you're watching a movie and there's those train platforms where like there's the connector bit.
Mhm.
Basically, you can like hop on one of those and go inside of the train car of steerage, which is where all of those basically the Indians and migrants were.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, you probably don't want to be on top of the snake. You probably want to run that way and get to shelter.
I mean, I have other thoughts, but yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
Yeah. Go, I'll follow.
You have to tell me twice. And Beckett is going to begin running as quickly as he can. What are you going to do, Joe?
So I'm gonna run too, but as I run, I would like to prepare an effect.
Okay. What are you trying to do?
So I am trying to, I'm gonna call it, create the sun as well. So there's 2 suns, but basically
Ooh.
use prime and forces to bring together reality and fire and make essentially a sun. Just a small sun.
Ooh. Just a small, as a treat. Yes.
As a treat. But I would like to use the time it takes as I'm running, and I am aware that, you know, I'll have penalties for concentration and stuff like that as I go, but that's what I want. I want to do that so that I can build this effect as I go, and then after Beckett goes inside, because I don't want to harm Beckett.
Beckett doesn't want you to harm him.
Right, and just before I do, I want to let it off at the snake.
All
That's
right,
my plan.
that sounds great. Why don't we go ahead and do this? So we're going to do this in 3 phases. So first of all, the first one, the snake's going to be undulating its spines, and as you are running, I'm going to need you to make me, and this is where your cat-like balance is going to be great, it is going to try to throw you off. I want you to make me a dexterity and athletics difficulty 8 roll to maintain balance. That becomes 6 for you because of cat-like balance.
Cool. I'm going to spend a willpower on it.
All right, that sounds fantastic. To suppress your wound penalties?
Yes, actually, to do that, because I am at -2 now, so that's Math. Sorry, I was trying to mark down
Totally fine.
how much willpower I have left before you set that out. Cool. Move this up here. I feel like I'm going to be making a few rolls.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to shake the dice immediately in the mic. That's 4 successes, and thank goodness for cat-like balance, because that was 3 7s and a 6.
Oh no, that's great. All right, so rushing down, you are going to start building this effect. What I'm going to basically do is I'm going to start building the effect, and then you're going to launch it at the last minute, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you are running, you leap across the next car. The snake is going to rear up, and on the second car, it is going to try to shake you again. This time, however, it is going to coil in mid-air, and basically is going to bunch up like that as it comes forward. I am going to need you to... The top of the train is going to undulate almost like a wave coming toward you. And I'm going to need you to make me a Dex and Athletics roll to leap over this or be knocked off, as it basically, like, the wave is going to carry you and propel you into the air. So
that's fair.
This will also count as an attack because it is coiled and painful. So give me a Dex and Athletics roll at a difficulty of... so this is going to be a contested roll because I'm trying to hit you with this undulation. So It's going to be difficulty of 7, which turns into 5 for you.
Okay. Quick question.
Yes.
Am I rolling my effect as I go kind of thing, or am I just like...
Tell you what.
Yeah.
Let's roll it at the end of this round. Let's say that you took the first run just trying to, like, formulate it.
Yeah, that sounds good. I just wanted to know mostly for willpower expenditures, because I'm going to spend another willpower to not die.
That sounds great. I'm going to spend a hurt the more to re-roll this. Okay, that is going to be... Okay, that sucked. I'm going to spend a hurt the more to re-roll those failed dice.
I have 7 successes.
Fuck me, really?
Yeah. I have 8 dice now.
Still. Okay, so running forward, it is going to try to undulate and catch you, and it is going to swerve with the motion that, now luckily for Beckett, it does this after he has passed, but he is going to be hit by a little bit of the shockwave and is going to hit the ground and roll, catching himself by a pair of long, serrated claws that jut out of his hand suddenly. As he starts to, like, slide over the edge of the train, he's going to... You know,
Yep.
This is bollocks, he's going to shout. And as you are going to leap over it with, like, honestly, they named the cat-like grace merit after this roll. Okay?
Yeah,
you are going to land on your feet, and I want you to make me the first arete check of this. So I'm guessing you're going to be going for a huge number of successes. So you said that this is going to be prime. Then it is going to be, so it is prime 3.
Prime and forces.
So prime 3 forces 3 is what you need to do to make a sun. You need at least 1 point of quintessence. And so that is going to be...
I have 1 point of quintessence, exactly, so...
Okay, and this is catastrophic. So that is going to be at a difficulty of 5, difficulty 9. Then you are using one of your specialized things. So that's going to drop it to difficulty 8. And difficulty 8 is what I see.
Okay. And does my specialty in fire count?
I would say the sun is made of fire. Yes.
Cool. Yeah. Sounds good. Okay. That is 2 8s.
2 8s. Okay. I will say that you can keep it going next round. All right. And as you do so, you continue running. Beckett is going to make it in front of you and is going to kind of claw over. You're right next to steerage at this point. You just need to, and then the snake does the thing you were hoping it doesn't. It rolls. Can I get you to make me a strength and athletics roll to hold on to the train?
Yep.
As the entire snake train does a barrel roll.
Willpower to...
And this is going to...
Yeah. Just, it's not to suppress for wound penalties, so...
Yep, so this is going to be difficulty 8. No cat-like balance, because this is purely about holding on.
That is 2 8s.
Okay, you are going to grab the lip of the next train car, holding on to it, and you are going to feel yourself flip over. The force of you spinning around is going to cause a couple of baubles and coins out of your pocket to fly off into the aether, and you are going to feel your hair plastered back. You're lucky that hat is... Yeah, I was going to say, the hat's gone. And you're going to see it fly off into the sands as the snake rotates, and you're going to feel strong hands grab you around the wrist. I've got you. Don't fall, all right? Beckett is going to say.
I would like to say at this point, I am probably yell chanting Enochian. That is just what I am doing.
Okay.
So I am not answering him because I'm in the middle of a spell.
All right, so I would love it if you could make me this roll. Now it's a new round. This is going to be at a difficulty of 9. Just don't botch.
Just don't fudge. Actually, new round, right?
You can spend another willpower.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend my last willpower
Okay.
to not botch. No ones. That is a 9 on one of the dice.
3
So that's
successes for
another 2.
this.
That's 2.
So yeah, because of the willpower. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. There is going to be
4 total.
4 total. Do you just launch it toward the head of the train?
Are we like? Are we
You're
still
still
rolling?
Still rolling, still
rolling?
spiraling.
Then I'm holding on to it until actually, if it seems like it's going to continue rolling and not settle, then I will launch it and tell Beckett to run.
Okay. Are you screaming in Latin?
I was chanting in Enochian.
Okay. I was just going to see, because
so
if you're screaming, if you're chanting in Latin, he probably would have been able to hear like Solus. Oh no. Invictus.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, I tend to use Enochian for Prime. So.
Fair. Okay.
But I am going to like I'm launching it like it's line of sight. So I'm launching it rather than it being fully formed here and then
All
going.
right.
It's like.
We'll tell you what. Why don't you tell me how it looks? As you fly forward, the snake rears. It opens its fangs to strike back at you.
I'm assuming there's just wind everywhere, so I am screaming to be heard above the wind.
Yeah.
And I just scream the last syllable, and it's like, just all of this energy rushes out of her as like a giant, I don't know, arrow towards the snake. And as soon as I do that, because I've said the last syllable, I can then scream run.
Okay. Now that
and
is
then it's going to hit the snake like down the throat, essentially, if it's opening its jaws.
It will. So hold on, let me just figure this out. Okay, so I'm going to say that I have 8 dice for this. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. Okay. The snake is going to lunge forward. The sun strikes into it. And the illusion, or whatever has transformed it, is going to begin as it down its gullet. You are going to watch the sun pass from the front of the train down its length from inside as light is going to shoot out of the windows of each of the cars, streaking and blowing apart this illusion and returning it to a regular train as you collapse down. Beckett is going to open the door and dive in, sizzling. I rolled his fortitude. He is just okay and that's because it was over there.
Yep.
And he is going to collapse onto the
not to kill
ground.
him.
Are you going to pull yourself in?
Yes.
Pulling yourself in. The sun is going to continue to rise in the distance. And you land on the ground. You can hear the sound of the train moving around you. You're once again in the steerage, the cheapest section of the train, where all of those migrants, all of the travelers, the workers, were headed home in. The place smells. They've been boxed up here for days and days. It smells like sweat and human bodies crammed in. But as you are in here, you catch your breath. You can smell the top layer of Beckett's hair burning. He pats himself. And as you look around, you're going to notice something else here. There is no other sound. For a moment, you think that everyone on the train is dead. The 100-some bodies inside of this room are all slumped. Men, women, children, even babies. They are all packed into their seats. What is this?
I don't know.
You have nothing to fear, a voice says to you. And you see that in the center of the train car, the old man is sitting on the ground, his legs crossed in a yoga pose. His back is to you, his knotted, bald head, with a bit of sweat on it. They are sleeping for their own safety. It is unusual for someone of the Order of Hermes to be traveling with a vampire.
I'd say with is a little bit of an oversimplification at this point.
The man is going to slowly rise to his feet, uncurling his knotted knees. He is bony and hideous. He has stripped off his traveling clothes and is now, you can see, his chest exposed, almost concave at the center. He's almost skeletal. He's stripped down to merely the loin wrap of a yogi, and a robe that covers just his shoulders, more of a shawl than anything. You can rest here. You can be safe. They are not going to wake up. We can speak freely. And he will not dare enter here while I am on duty.
Thank you.
Do not thank me. I made a promise to these people to watch them. It is my duty. I have seen you. I've seen you before in the halls with Porthos Fitzempress. You are one of the students from a class a few years ago.
Yes.
The child of librarians, are you not? What is your name, child?
Josephine Carrington, Banny Tharsis.
Carrington. Yes, I know your family. It is a pleasure to meet you.
May I have your name?
Of course. He cracks his shoulder. And as he turns to you, you are going to see that the staff that he carries with him, the walking stick, is not made of wood, but is in fact the spinal column of a small child, tipped with a child's skull. I have many names, but among the Chakravanti, they call me Vormos. It is a pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
You as well.
Come. We have much to talk about, and little time to do it before night follows again.
I will talk with him.
And he smiles at you. And you go and have a planning meeting with Vormos, the Grand Harvester of Souls. Which we'll pick up next episode.
Oh,
I'm
God.
so concerned. Oh, my lord.
We're all
Holy
in so
fuck.
much trouble.
Oh, God.
So I hope you guys had fun that episode.
Because that's the same guy who Chas was being all uppity with her. Or...
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
and
she's fucked. She's so
yeah,
fucked.
I love it, and I've been hinting the entire time. If you guys go back, like his aura, he suddenly vanishes from the platform because his arcane just picks up. He's like, where'd he go? Oh, he's just over there, but like still.
Yep.
Freaking Vormos.
I'm like, yeah, Vormos would take a train. Why not?
Yeah.
At this point in time, absolutely.
Yeah, he's just on a tour. Darcie's having a great time. Yeah, Darcie's having a good time.
Protecting some people.
Chas lipped off to the eater of souls. That's fine. Listen, she just punched an ancient vampire god king in the face. Everything's fine. Who apparently was like her ex in a past life. I don't fucking...
I mean, technically you guys never broke up. Just saying. Like, you know.
I mean, I'm just gonna say death is pretty break-off-ish.
For a vampire? I don't know. Love lasts a long time. Hey, congratulations on gaining unofficially the ghoul merit.
Fuck.
Yeah. And the chat is right. Anaxuna Moon. I had to. I've been so excited for this. I've been seeding Vormos the entire time into this. And I was wondering when Jen was going to pick up on it. But
the games have been too fractured. I haven't been able to follow along.
That's fair.
I picked up on other shit you were saying earlier, and that frightens me. But that's beside the point.
Good. Oh, that reminds me. Jen, do me a favor. Add 2 more points of paradox for your catastrophic effect just now, and then Chas, you now have 6 points of paradox.
Well, you said I got 1 from punching him in the face.
Yeah. So that's 6 total.
Was it? I don't know if I remember if you said I had 4 or 5 before.
You had oh yeah, that's a good point. I think you had 4 to begin with. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have 5 points.
Okay.
Yep. So which brings
I'm
our
sure
total
that'll
to.
climb soon.
It will. So Evelyn has 3 points of paradox. Chastity has 5. Joe has 8, and Darcie has 10.
Is mine not going off then?
Not yet.
Do I regain a point of willpower for?
Yes, let's do that real quick. So yes, romantic. I will give you 2 points of willpower for romantic because you have basically have a novel worth of romanticism. Joe, I'm going to give you 2 points of willpower back for survivor because I think survivor gives you 2 points when you survive something
It does
traumatic.
not.
Does it not? Okay.
No, none of them would give more than 1 point. It's only.
I will
ever
give
1
you
point.
another point for meeting Vormos because I imagine that would probably be a big deal for Jen at the very least.
It is a big deal for me. Yep.
Hey, he's on your team this time.
Yay.
Kind of. Sort of. He's not on your team this time, which is important. Oh my God. Christine just said, Amy, you have enough paradox that now you're a paradoxical ghoul.
I saw that.
You're a ghoul. All right. Hey, folks, we're going to be back in a week and a half with episode 21 as the parties meet up again. But in the meanwhile, I have to run at least one seeking. And I have to run... Joe's going to get her seeking after probably episode 21.
That's fine.
But soon. I know when it's happening. Because I have to...
It was always just a purchase in advance and have whenever sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But...
Yeah. But I want to thank everybody who supports us over on Patreon real quick. I want to thank Big Fan of Noise, who's our guided DM, our divine producers, our collective mother Jan, Shaikon De Vermillion, and Roland Riggs, our wizards of the Patreon, the Ink Goblin, Crush, Urquhart, and Big Nut, our monster makers Larouk and Soul Omen, our High Council, Terran, Amethyst, Raven with Bauble, Sorcerer Sanguine, Chef Elida, Nerdy Metal Gent, Cookie Mon Steve, Iron Warrior X, Lord of Zoinks, and Andrea Gresham, and our patrons of the arts, Nacro and Down East Rider. You guys are amazing. Hey, go click that link down below to sign up for the backer kit. And you can get some mage dice that have like a bird on them because it's mage. The doves is what it is. But it's going to be, next episode is going to be wild. Robin in the chat is saying that we didn't do willpower for Christine and her, and that's true. We will. This is the last chance for the chat to buy you any XP, which will be added to the group total. So I will just hesitate for a minute before we go. But I hope you had some fun with that. I think that the most beautiful thing about the scene with Chas and Amelia was that you submitted, but the problem is that level of chemistry allows you to create reality. So it literally at Maya Parisatya temporarily makes an illusion completely real or alters a person or object that already exists, potentially even erasing them from existence. So by saying, I am turning this person into your memory of this person, it literally became that person for the time the effect was up, which meant that they would have none of that shit, even if it meant they were erased. And I love that. I think that is absolutely beautiful and almost made me cry.
Hey, I did cry.
I know you did.
So,
I know you did.
On that front, fuck you, but also thank you. That was really good.
I'm glad. It was really good. Plus you got superpowers.
Chat bought us an XP.
Yay! All right. So, folks, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Mage the Ascension the Victorian Age. We'll be back in a little bit with another episode. But in the meanwhile, be sure to come back tomorrow night for the first episode of Dragon Delves, where you get to see me wear some really cool sunglasses. That's what my character does. And the coolest coat ever. But we'll see you next time here. And good night, everybody.